goes through him. If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check. Let me go.
A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Motion. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? Check out 3. Alert. 5. Alert. Hey, I need one over here.
Here's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 60 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Looks good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First
carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it. And that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
On first down, it's Long. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A handoff to Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now Long, looking long for Thomas. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. 34 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Now a hit and a loose football. It's going the other way. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
On first down, Watt. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. He finds Hopkins complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll run with Allen. He's got a first down past the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Let's go, Mike. Cover.
Brady now on first down. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So the first catch for Jerry Rice, always fun to talk about. His career stats, Charles, they're so good. He leads in so many categories that we can't even get to them all.
Yeah, what do they say? He combines ridiculous statistical supremacy with crazy longevity. How about this? Most receptions, yards, touchdowns, just to name a few of the accolades along the way.
Ozzie! Big Ed. Win the rep. Let's go, right here. Rip.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Line 40!
They keep it with Barkley on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off of play action. Luck. This is caught. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check it back, check it back. Check, go back. We got motion, back up. Hey, Alabama. No. Alpha.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Switch gears. Sugar.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And what a big-time play there. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now it's Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and his guys are going to add on to their lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check it. Check 31. Hey, Charlie. Hey, 72. Hey, goal 66. Kill. Check 26. Check 29.
From the gun, it's Brady. Caught left side, Hopkins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Brady now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Check 50. Check 50.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Show it up. Show it up.
To throw again. Brady. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. We have hit halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
1st down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, Delta. Check 49. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Brady, throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wait, that wide, 80. Check safety, check safety.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
No, 66. I got motion. Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Hey, 66.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, Alabama.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Brady. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be taken in at the 1. Fights loose. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Luck over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Hey, box truck. 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. They still can't get it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Go 50. SOS. Sugar. Hey, Alabama. 72.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Marcus Allen, 83 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Check out. 622. We got this. Hey, quick. Check. 59. Hey, seam 6.
Luck on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Dude. Check it. Hey. I-7. Ozzy.
Operating from the gun. Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Brady. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Lutz's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
At their own 23-yard line.
Check out. 675. And watch your leg.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
You go tight. You got tight. You heck it.
On 1st down, Allen. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw is Brady. And this is complete. It's Allen. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They come out here in the eye. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Brady's going to sneak it. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. But defensively, that's a nice stop there on 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Now, offensively, a kick and the field goal taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you've got something you really like, something that you've practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The kick by Lutz is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, You think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
At their own 21-yard line.
Right, 40!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Intercepted. His guys take over 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go! Tires burn the pavement, people want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the left. it like rocket fuel.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Pick up. 674. I'm here all day. Let's go, Mexico. Ready.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
11. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. I know he ain't got it. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready. 43.
A shotgun snap for Lott. Open man is Michael Thomas. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. From the 44, Luck. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Come on, let's go. Check 52.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 yards there and a first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7.
To reach home on the return. His guys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wait, that screen 80! Switch! Go Bandit! Regular!
On first down, Brady. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be quick.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 99! Watch the ship!
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, Mike 50. Alert! Here we go. Hey, 50 to Mike. Coming, baby. Sugar!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
Malcolm! Go! 50, check Mike 50. Get ready. Let's go, Mike 50. Get in the weight room. Rip.
They do go for it. It's Brady. Man open, Rice. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Under 10. 10. Alert! Slam! No, 66.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Hey, go 66. Hey, whoa. Mike's 50. Alert. Watch the run. Hey, watch it.
Brady now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Jerry Rice, open right side. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Allen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got Harrison left side complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it here to Brown. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that showed a little bit of faith. Actually showed a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, 12. He's checking. Crack.
Out of the gun, Luck. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Luck. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Luck.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, let go. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? Shadow.
Throwing now is Brady. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Wait, that. Wait, 20. 50. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Watch the safety creep. Check it. Reload. Watch 20. Alert. 5.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Brady got a man. It's Harrison, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Wait, that 53. You better print. You better print. Let me know right now. You better print. Hey, check it. Hey, orbit. 50's the line. 50's the line. Hey, 66.
Now a carry for Allen. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From midfield, here's Brady. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Shadow. 2.
Max 50, Max 50. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. No,
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Brady's got his guys first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now Allen. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and
him in the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second and 7, Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Shotgun now for Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On first down, it's Brown, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Hey, 66.
On second down now, it's Lindsey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 9 yards on the touchdown run. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Check out. 390.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
11B.
To the air again. Lock. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Wait 10. Wait 20. Tackles. Bang, 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 bang. Ozzie.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Kill, 61. Matchbox, white. 72. He's checking crack.
From the gun, it's Brady. Caught left side, Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and the tight end Olsen, right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd time.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Watch the flag, watch the flag.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And they rattle off a big one. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Wait, that wide, 80.
54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Wait, that Alabama, 380.
Free ball.
Mike's 50. Hey, Alabama. Regular.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brady going to go on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the pass.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Yellow. Hey, pick your game up.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's complete to Kelsey. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Regular. Hey, Delta. Hey, watch the slant.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Brady. ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Wait, 20. Let's go, D. Go, Bandit.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards.
Second reload. Alert.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing again. Brady. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And now it's 3rd down.
Wait, that's 53. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Now Brady again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Lawrence Taylor drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away.
At their own 24-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well,
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack that time by Michael Strahan.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, it's Allen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, here's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. Chargers. Marcus Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go!
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start 1 yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10. Touchdown, Allen. Marcus Allen, 79 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First down and 10.
29. Alpha. Alpha. Switch gears.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Marvin Harrison, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Alert. Check my 50. We own nil. We own nil. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Smooth. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, check it. Check 24. Alpha. Hey, 166.
To throw again. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, 66.
On 3rd down, Allen. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Regular. Let's go up. No, 66. Hey, exit. 50, Mike, 50. Squeeze, double.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
72. Easy. Go, Bandit.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete.